right here I got my draw tank control, so now it's stuck in the door, so I won't do it. Down, lower, up, raise it. Same thing applies here. When you're at the end of it, don't continue on jumping in. It'll go that worm duty. So you want to stop it before. You're going to have your lights that come on to give you visibility on it. And you got your suction that's on it with brackets so you can put it back on if you use it. You see, you hear it again. Okay, so now we're going to get to the fun part. So, basically your water level gauge, foam gauge, this is your alarm, buzzing alarm, this is your governor, pressure governor. You see this FRC TJ400 is very efficient, very easy to use. Also, I can troubleshoot you a lot of problems just by you giving me the error code inside this. You notice you have no master gauges on the truck, the 4-inch gauges you always have. They're included here. Why do we put them here? Because they're digital. So they're a lot easier for you guys to read. You know 26, 80, you see directly the number compared to those gauges, you know about where you're at, but not exactly. So these are all digital let up, a lot easier to read. I'm going to have my pressure mode or my RPM mode. Pressure mode when I want to discharge, RPM mode when I want to do intake. Why do we do that? Because a pump and a governor reads pressure. So basically if I'm in pressure mode, I'm trying to draft water. As soon, like when I kind of set up like this, water will take a while to go up to the pump. It says I have no water in my pump, it'll moderate the engine. So you do not burn it. Because you think he's discharging water. You're not giving him water. You understand? So if you're in pressure mode while drafting, it's going to always write low water and will knock you down the idle. Low water idle, low water idle. It's protecting himself because he's thinking you want to discharge full blast with no water in it. If I go in pressure mode, RPM, not in pressure mode, in RPM mode, which is drafting mode, then it does not read that anymore. It understands that I need to draft water so I have to run dry for a while before it gets there. Basically, you will not have to play with that because you got an automatic primer on the truck, which you'll see very quickly. Here on my panel, on the other side, so you can see. So I got high pressure foam, the same as inside. Remember I said inside you got high pressure foam. This is a 3-way switch. If I pop it on here, inside the light went on also. If Neil, you open the door and push on high pressure foam, it'll come off here. It's a 3-way switch like in a house, like your basement light. So I can either close it or open it from the cab, or close it and open it from here. High pressure, same thing. I can open it here and go inside the cap and shut it off. It's a 3-way switch. So just understand that. Exactly. The light, it's when you're on or off. Don't mind the position of the switch since it's a 3-way switch, the same as your house is at. Primer on, primer off. This is for the automatic primer. If I put it on, auto primer feature is able. If I put it off, it's enabled, meaning that I'll have to prime manually on it. So always leave it on. You do not need to have it on. Here you see all other priming ports. Why did we do this? For a very good reason, to pre-prime your suction. So I give you a situation. I'm at a fire, okay? I come up, I got 2,000 gallons of water. My pump is dry. I'll open my tank to pump valve that we saw. I'm putting water in my pump. I'm starting to dash fire, okay? I'm waiting for my tanker to bring my drop tank. By the time he gets there, I don't have to shut off everything, then switch to my drop tank, lose pressure. What we do, you got gated intakes. Remember, electric valve, electric valve. I've had this one closed, driver master intake, which is this one. I'll have it closed as it is. These driver primer, passenger primer, front primer are on the other side of your gate valve. So what I can do now is pre-prime. I can look, you see, it's already working on it. My tank is closed, so what I'm doing is I'm just pre-priming this. So I'm not going full blast at the fire, I'm pre-priming my suction. As soon as this one's good, fully loaded, all I do is I open this, I'll have no loss of pressure.
We'll just go a little bit slower here, you're going pretty fast.
We'll play with it.
We'll be on a little lower, these guys are taking a little 100.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Listen, you're saying that you could be pumping and you could be
priming at the same time. Exactly. But we'll all do it hands-on after, okay? I'm just explaining how the truck was built. After that, we'll play with it, and every one of you will go through it, okay? So, basically, I got a gate valve on every side, so I can pre-prime my suction. If I would not have these, what would happen is I would have to stop my operation or be a very good pump operator, okay? You can do it by playing with your tank to pump, practice the medicine. Look, I won't get into that. Pump operators understand a bit what I'm talking about. It's just a guy has to be a lot quicker and know what he's doing. This is very simple. So your truck is working, you're discharging water, I can pre-prime like this. I'm just bringing up my clutches. Exactly. On the other side of the gate valves, auto primer does not work. There's no auto prime on the other side of the gate valve. Auto prime is for the volute. So if this one is open, okay, I can get that call. My drop tank's already there. So I want to start off my drop tank. I don't want to take my water. This is precious water I want to keep in my backpack. So what I'll do is I'll get this steamer port open, just put my suction in my drop tank, engage my pump, it'll auto prime. If I have no drop tank, I'm starting off the water tank here, then I'll have to pre-prime. Okay, but we'll do it after. I'm just explaining basically how it works. So these are your controls, okay, for the front primer, passenger primer, driver primer. Main pump primer, this is an override of the automatic one in case it would break down. But it's an air system. The only problem you can have is if the truck's not going, this is fed off the brake air system, the compressor of the brakes. So like we're doing now, I'm draining my air tanks. So usually when you prime your truck, it's going because you need pump. So this will be my main primer port. Now if I put it on, since all my gates are closed, I just be going negative inside my pump. I'm sucking air out of it. So if you look here, this is my tank to pump, suction valve. Driver master intake, which is this one here. Passenger master intake, which is the right one. Remember I said electric valve, electric valve, electric valve. The front one is air operated. Air operated valve. No, you cannot control air valves. You can control electric valves. Electric valves are slow but controllable. Air valves are quick but uncontrollable.
They won't move fast enough from them.
I'm sorry, can you
They won't shut fast enough to make an air hammer.
That depends on many things. Depends on. No, I mean if you're going 2,200 RPM, it depends on so much stuff. Theoretically, it can. But all depending, the pump operator still gotta be a pump operator. You guys learn stuff that, I mean, if you drive your truck, no seatbelt near the wall, I mean, you'll die, you understand what I mean? It's just basic ABCs. There's a big part the machine can do, but there's another part the operator's gotta understand that if you're drafting 2,200 RPM, close that open. Look, it won't like it for sure. It's actually the second gear when I'm going 150 kilometers an hour. Basic principles of mechanics. They'll do it once, twice, 3 times, but then you won't do it 5, 6, 7 times. So we'll continue on. So here we got sea light. Sea lights on the left. No, sea lights, these are all the sea lights that come on at the same time. Pump compartment heater. You hear it go on. Panel lights. These 2 lights. This one is broken, it only comes on when the pump's engaged. This is your way to know your pump's engaged, and this light also is to know that your pump's engaged. So this is normal that it does not go on. Real rewind is your old reel, the rewinded. If you look at this pump panel right here, there's nothing different from any pump you know. Hell, Darley, water is, they're all the same. The only difference you'll have is this control right here, which is your high pressure reel. All the rest is the same as you know on any truck. They're all color coded, so white, got my white drain. Everything's the same everywhere, no difference at all. You gotta understand, okay, this is a high pressure pump. So there's 2 sides in it. There's a low pressure side and a high pressure side to it. Every lecture you see here will be normal pressure, at the normal pump you have. These ones also will be all normal pressure. These ones here will be normal pressure. The only indication of high pressure you'll have is on this gauge, because it's the only high pressure discharge, so it doesn't give me anything to put on any other one. So if you want to read your high pressure, the only place you see it is here or inside the cab where you got your high pressure gauge. All the other ones will give you normal pressure that you're pumping out of the truck. The front monitor inside the cab. This one is there. Sounds good? Perfect. If I look on the left side, engine cooling. This is the heat exchanger on the engine and the pump. The NH55 pump is very well built. There's a radiator incorporated in the base part of the pump. So the heat exchanger, all we do is hook up hoses to the engine. And cold temp, this is an aluminum pump, okay? Aluminum pump, first of all, they transmit temperature a lot better and quicker than a steel pump. Also, aluminum pumps are self-healing type of pumps we call. Aluminum gives you a clear corrosion on them. Like if you look at foil paper, it's always corroded, but you cannot see it. It's a clear corrosion on it. That's what we call these pumps self-healing. We always want to leave these pumps dry, not wet. I know 99% of your pumps are all run wet. These ones you want to run dry. Why? If I pump through it, I pump little sand, stuff like that. The corrosion will polish the bottom of the balloon and keep it always clean. If you pump a 1-inch rock, it will not clean it up. If you pump sand, it'll clean it up. So this pump always dry. So when I finish my call, I open up all my drains. I'll show you how to drain it quicker with an air blow off. I open all my drains, get back to the hall. Once I'm parked at site, everything's drained completely. I close all my drains, close all my gates, everything, fill up my tank by my direct tank fill, or if I pass by my pump, I gotta redrain it after. Once this is full, this is dry, I close down all my drains. So when I get my next call, I'm ready to go to war. All I gotta do is get in that tab, open my tank to pump, my pump is cranked automatically, I'm good to go, and I got no issues with my drains open and water leaking all over the ground. Because basically it'll still work, it's just you'll be pumping air, sucking air from your drain. So, engine cooling. This one does two actions. When the pump is really cold in winter, the pressure from the engine will heat up the base on it. Since it's aluminum, it gets warm quicker. And the opposite, if it's very warm outside, the water from your water tank and your pump will cool down the press pump to cool down your engine. So they're always working together according to the temperatures you're at. This one, I always put it on. Whenever I use my pump, I always put it on. Pump cooling. This one is a 3/8 line dropping back inside the water tank. Theoretically, you would not need to have this one on the truck. This one does enough, but I'd rather put gold on it because it's like a $50 option to put on the truck, so it's worth putting on. This one bypasses to the tank and has a drain on it, so it will not freeze up.
If you're in a car accident, you're running 120 pounds pressure, can you open that instead of...
Yeah, you can open that.
Then
But it's
pump enough people from overheating?
all depending on what you're discharging again. No, that's
You're not
case by case.
discharging anything. You're standing
If
by
you're not
the car.
discharging anything, you should never rely on this. You should always recirculate water. That's the fundamentals of pumps. Either it's a trash pump, whatever, you should always recirculate. This is 3/8, this is 3-inch, 2-inch. So this cools you off a lot better than this. I would open that one also, but don't rely on that. This pump also has a thermal relief valve on it, so if it heats up too much, it'll piss steam underneath you. This is a type of one-shot deal, meaning that if that happens, you miss your shot, the operator did something not wrong. Usually they break, it's a kind of sealant in that breaks. It's a security on it. We saw some often that comes 2-3 shots, but don't rely on it. If it opened up, you gotta do something different the next time. This is a warning to say, look, next time you go. These pumps can run dry for about 3 minutes, okay? They can run dry longer than that, but take 3 minutes, okay? 3 minutes they can run dry with no problem. You last prime in about 20 seconds. These are NFPA standards. It's possible you get prime over 1 minute. If you got prime, look, the truck when it gets certified, you will have display on it if it primes over 30 seconds. Also, physics say that you cannot prime over 24 feet in a straight line. So, I mean, it's impossible that it takes more than 3 minutes. Unless you got about 800 feet of hole standing on the ground, which you probably never have in your life. Okay, so we'll continue. So, engine cooling, pump blow off. If you listen to it, you hear the air. Same thing here. This one's hooked up to your chassis brakes also. So, when you use this, the truck has to be engaged. This one, what allows me to do is drain my pump a lot quicker. This one injects inside the balloon of the pump. So, I've done my intervention. Everything's closed on the truck. I want to drain the main pump. Open my master handle right here. It's open pump blow off. Now it's forcing the water to come out there a lot quicker. So instead of taking 5-10 minutes, or no, it'll take you 30-45 seconds. I got another one here called real blow up. This one is after the valve. Why do we do that? Okay? You got 200 feet of hose right here, 1 inch. At below 40 degrees Celsius, it'll freeze real quick on you. So if I'm at a fire, okay, I got my pump, normal pressure side running. High pressure side also is discharging at the same time. Then we lose control of the fire, whatever happens, okay, I don't need this line anymore. Leave it on the ground in case we're on standby. This will freeze up on you instantaneously. So what I do is everything's still going, I just open my real blow up. I'm just pushing air out of that one. This one pushes like that. Exactly. This one pushes right after the valve. So it doesn't change anything. My pump can be fully engaged, flowing water, and this will drain this. As soon as I'm done, let's say I need high pressure back, all I gotta do is close this and pull on my high pressure. I'll get air right back, I'll get water right back. Also, if you guys understand the principles of pump manifolding, when my pump blow out, I can drain any type of discharge without the pump being in function. So, I give you an example. I got 200 feet of hose right here. I'm feeling a bit lazy today. I gotta pick it up, drain it on my elbow, on my shoulder, all that stuff. I don't feel like doing that. All I gotta do, close every drain on the truck, close every discharge on the truck, only open this one. Put my pump blow out. I'll go in the balloon, hit every wall, so no drain, no drain, no drain. Oh, this discharge is open. Boom, it'll drain your line. Once it's drained, just roll it up, cap it back on. Then I want to do the rear one. I close this valve, open the rear valve, air blow out. I'll drain all my lines like that, individually. This is just understanding the manifold principle. So you're just sending air through the canals that's how you want to go to. Here you got your auto charge. This is for when you're plugging your shoreline. Then if we look here, your phone system, okay, here are your drains. Everything that's low on the pump is your drains, everything that's high is your charges. So you got all your drains right here. Then crossway foam check valve drain. So these are also all your drains for your crossings for the foam. High pressure drain. And this is for the rear foam drain. So we'll see the foam system. High pressure, there's two discharges that are high pressure. Your reel and your bumper. These drains are for the foam, we'll see in a second. High pressure drain. The high pressure drain is for the pump, okay, you're going to see it as two pumps combined in one. There's a wall in between. So let's say it's this room and that room. Me, I'm on the high pressure side, he's on the low pressure side. This will open this door to drain his room. This window, let's say to take the smoke out, if you put it that way. This one will open my window to take my smoke out. So when I'm done and I use low and high pressure, I open both. Both sides of the pump. They're one big casting with a wall in between with two sides. So it's two pumps combined together underneath one house. Same principle, exactly the two pumps. Exactly, they're all in the same shaft. If you see, that's your pump shaft because it's a PTO driven pump. But that's your pump shaft right there, going from the PTO to the pump. So here you got all your drains. Here you got your foam system, okay? This truck that was built, you got foam all over the truck. I can have high pressure foam and low pressure foam on the truck, okay? It's two systems, it's not the same system that does both. But the tank supplies both systems. You got one tank that supplies both systems on the truck. The high pressure foam system that we see here is a fixed mix system, okay? So it will give you 1%, not more. Why do we do that? Because there's no use to go at more than 1% on high pressure side, okay? So it's preset, I cannot adjust it. It's either on or it's either off. As simple as that. When I want to flush my lines, all I gotta do is close it, close it, and continue drafting water for like a minute or so until I don't see no more foam. My system will be clean. It's all I gotta do on this side.
You suggest flushing the lines out?
Yeah, I always flush the lines out. Exactly. I mean, if you use it, let's say every 2-3 days, it won't foam up on you, but if you leave it there for a week or more, then it'll get clogged up. So, high pressure side, the foam is fixed. I'll show you how to do different types of foam. On the high pressure side, they do either wet or dry foam, like a cap system. Sure. It's just going to be playing with your pressures. 300 psi and under is going to be very thick foam with cream. 300 psi and more, they're very penetrating foam. So this is the way on the high pressure side you adjust your foam. On the low pressure side, this is your foam system. I know it looks very complicated, but you guys will play with it. I think in about 5-10 minutes you'll get a hand of it. It's very, very simple. So here, the advantage you got in this foam system is a Rosenbauer Easy Foam system. I gave you the manuals. No, I showed you it. That's a manual of this foam system. Basically, it's like a foam pro, but better. Why? Because you can proportion it independent lines. Meaning that, look, this is my cross lake number 1. Cross lake number 1. I walk 3% on that one. I get 3% foam. Cross lake number 2. Cross lake. I extrude. There's no foam on that one. It's
number 2 right there that they're pushing me.
It's this one and the rear one, exactly, okay? So let's say on this one I want 1% or 0.5, and on the rear one I want 1%. So I can all do them independently. So I'm going to have 0.5, 3, and 1.
Why is your discharge across the wall 3%?
It's because of the capacity of the foam pump on it. It's a 5 GPM pump, so you got to combine 5 GPM. I could have put you 3 everywhere, but you would have done only 1 with 3, 2 with 1. But if I would have done that, you guys would get confused and say, oh shit, this doesn't work good. So we always put it logically like that. If I would have put the 25 GPM foam pump on it, which is more expensive and bigger, then I could give you 3 everywhere. It's just like if you have a Foam Pro 1900 or 2000, 2001, then it gives you more discharges, more GPMs. It's basic when it can take its discharge. Here also you got the foam system schematics, so how it works. Here you got the step-by-step walk. It's very simple. I mean, you just read the panel. You want foam system on, it's on. Here it shift. Then I open my foam tank. My foam tank will open. Then I can just set my discharges. I'll get foam. Okay. You gotta understand that if I only want my cross-lay foam, I recommend you open another one on there. Since that one's not drafting lots of water. It's a type of venture it's just doing. I'm only flowing 125 gallons per minute here. Here I'm flowing 250. So if, let's say I do a race, this one will get foam a lot quicker by itself than if I take this one. Why? It's flowing twice as much water. Basic principles of Venturi. So if you want to have foam real quick there, I recommend you plug this one and open it also. Then you'll have foam instantaneously there because then you're sucking a lot with you. Then you're sucking 375 GPM. You understand? The more you're sucking GPM, the faster you'll get foam to it. Then when you're done, to flush your system, you just push on flush, it'll flush itself and purge. But everything's written down here and we'll do it after. It's very simple. I mean, if you're not sure, look, just read turn on foam system. Open foam tank. Turn foam meter valve. Idle chassis engine. Close foam. I mean, you can't make a mistake. You just step by step go through. It's a very simple system. When you're done, it flushes by itself. So you'll push on flush and it'll just start pumping water inside the system. It's a piston and you'll see water dripping on the ground. It's normal, it's flushing. My tank is empty. My tank is empty. My pump is empty. My drains are all closed on the truck. My suction is put in there, okay, which is empty also. Okay, so now I'm good to go. First of all, the automatic primer does not work. It's because you got a drain open. It's sucking air through that drain. The automatic primer cannot not work, okay, because it's only air from the air compressor coming. So if it doesn't work, it's because your freaking brakes don't work either. Understand? You'll know it right away. They're both on together. So if this comes on, okay, primer on, the primer will come on. If there's nothing coming up, you got something open somewhere for sure. Okay, so now everything's closed. I close the ones on the other side. We should be good to go. So what I'll do. No, now it's not open. Nothing's open yet. Okay, that's all step by step. Get in the truck. Put master on. This is a PTO pump, so to engage the pump, you gotta push on your mode button right there. There's no shifter in it. You understand? We're gonna see that part. Here on your Allison transmission, you got a button with the mode. You got that on every truck with Allison transmission, but the mode does not work on your truck because there's nothing to adjust it except the generator sometimes. This mode button engages your pump, okay? So all I gotta do, I push on it, it'll engage. I push on it, it'll disengage. If I push on it and it does not engage, it's because you're going too fast. Then I can engage it while driving, or I can engage it stationary, okay? Remember this, the pump has to engage 900 RPM and less. But if I'm going 1,200 RPM, it will not engage. Because why? I'm going to force gears into gears, like downshifting at 100 and second gear, you blow that thing up. So it's protecting itself. And not although you're trying to do a bad move, it will break and not engaging. When I'll the button is still beyond. When I'll moderate when we get 900 RPM for cent driving, I hit a stop sign, boom, it will engage. You understand? It will always only engage when it needs 900 RPM. Also, when I start, I can't drive with this truck engaged, okay? I do not recommend you guys do that. Why? Because you're heating up water. You understand? You're heating up the water, so you're not reducing circulation. I'm driving to the top. Okay, so the only reason I want to do this is because I'm discharging my front bumper. Okay? But if I'm not discharging anything, the pump's engaged, you're doing a bad operation on the truck. Now you're only heating water for nothing. Anyways, you don't need to engage the pump before getting to the cup, and it takes 1 second to push on your freaking button. So you just push on it when you get to the top.
So any new driver is driving.
Yeah.
Some Monday night, the kids push the button last week. As soon as you shut off,
Yeah,
reset. So you can't jump into it, take off the call, go for more than 3 minutes with your pump dry and move your pump.
Exactly. You'll know right away because the power's not going to sink. When it's driven off your pump, it'll shift a lot slower. It's not like your truck, boom, boom, you're going to feel it, now you're driving too big.
You're not used to your truck, so you don't know.
No, you'll know it. Believe me, you'll know it. You see it right away. You hear it, first of all, you hear it going, and you have your pump and you hear it, and you'll feel it. You cannot not feel it. You'll step on it, you have almost no juice. You're giving all the power to your pump. You'll see it'll be like that. I'm going 2 miles per hour, and I'm wide open or something. You'll see it right away, I guarantee that. I'm a bit waiting. I want to have my drain duct open because I need to be going full blast in case he needs it inside. You understand? If I'm outside at a car fire and the guy is going, no problem. It's for the case that I don't see the operator and I don't know if he's discharging or not. And I need to have my pump full blast because I got full of people on the low pressure side. So since I'm not seeing him, I'm not taking any chances. I'm protecting my pump. I'm saying, look, this guy can maybe giving full blast or not. I won't take any chances. I'll open this. So whenever he stops, I'm protecting the pump. If I see him, no problem, I can control it. But when I do not see him, I will not take any chances. If ever he's beside me, okay, that's another situation. He's beside me doing a car fire. He's in high pressure. Falls on standby. All I gotta do is close high pressure. You understand? I don't want to have high pressure on for anything because I'm whipping up water. Exactly. Exactly. So high pressure is when you need to use it. I won't put high pressure and then go boom and I'm just discharging here. I'm heating up that part for nothing and I'm making that engine work for nothing. So if I'm not discharging high pressure, I'm not putting it on. If the guy's doing a car fire beside me and I'm seeing him, boom boom, he's dashing the car, no problem, I've got it on. Then he drops it on the ground, he's going to take another lift. I have closed. But if he's inside the fire and I don't see him, I can't do that. So what I'll do is I'll open the drink. Like that, I'm sure 100% whatever he does, I'm protecting him. This is just a kind of smart way to bypass what the guy is doing without communication. We want to be smart. The pump operator, you're the heart and soul of the intervention. No, but I mean, people think it's important. What you do here has a big incidence on the guy inside. So, that's what we gotta understand. High pressure, never close or open your valves with pressure. Because now you're not 100 psi, you're at 600 psi. So what does a valve do at 600 psi? The rate goes up. You understand? So if I get the fire, you want high pressure, I'll open my valve, then crank it up. You're done, I'll shut it off, bring it to idle, close my valve. Same for my front bumper. If I'm going, okay, I'm giving 600 psi with my foot pedal, my gun is open. No problem. Then, when I want to let it go, I don't hammer the foot pedal, let go this. I do the opposite. Let go my throttle, then let go my valve. It's like anything. You don't want to close a valve with pressure underneath it. You will not like it. These are Teflon valves. I mean, Akron, Elkhart, wherever you want, they're all Teflon valves on them. 600 psi, you'll do a lip in it, and it'll always leak. It won't work no more. So, and this is good also for the low pressure side. If I'm cranking at 200 psi and I'm trying to close this, look, you're working freaking hard on the valve on it. You should never do that. So always when you open, close valve, try to have no, open it up, it's not as, it doesn't damage it that much. Closing it up will damage it instantaneously. And I will not be able to cover that as warranty because it's bad operation. The high pressure and low pressure pump work together, okay? So if I want 600 psi here, high pressure side can go up to 600 psi. Low pressure side, you guys will use maybe, you guys will use maybe like 125, 130, according to your, you know, take back the shot and all that stuff. So, if I want 600 here and keep it at 125, the master pressure always rules. So my 600, I'll have to crank it wide open. What I'll do is I'll crack this one. It's as simple as that. You always gotta crack the lowest pressure you want. So you give yourself the master pressure on this one, and then I'll crack what I want. Let's say then I want 300 psi here and keep it at 150. All I do is moderate, because you don't want to crack this one and have it going full blast for nothing. You understand? I moderate my engine until I get 300. Meanwhile, doing that, I'd open this one. So I'll always stay at 125. So go in your head that the high pressure, when you're using it, you want to go with your governor. The low pressure, you're going to react to your governor. Does that make sense? Perfect. Also, when we're talking about foam, on this truck you can do everything at the same time. So I can flow only normal pressure water, only high pressure water. I can flow normal and high at the same time. I can flow normal with foam, only high with foam, normal with foam plus high, high with foam plus low, or both with foam. Everything's possible with this truck. Okay, so you can do everything. Can I foam to the front monitor? Can I foam to this hose reel? Can I foam to this discharge? Can I foam to that discharge and foam on the rear of the truck? 360 degrees off the truck, you got foam.